This is Unleash Your Inner Legend, a podcast featuring modern-day legends sharing their life choices, habits, and routines that got them to where they are today. Get ready to be inspired and to take massive action to unleash your inner legend. Happy Monday, everyone. So I just wanted to talk on the subject of saying no. I know so many times many of us struggle saying no to people. And of course, there could be multiple reasons to this. It could be we're afraid of getting rejected. We want to make people happy. Maybe we're scared of making someone mad or not knowing what they'll think when we say no. Or maybe we're just wired and we want to help and know that we're more than capable of helping others whenever somebody approaches us. As we get older, we understand the value of our time. So we start saying yes to things. We know that we're going to be saying no to so many more things. Getting a clear understanding on the value of your time is a starting point. Also, take in consideration too that taking on more tasks and project than what we already, have and we're already feeling like we're drowning in, we are setting ourselves up for failure and letting other people down. So you have to learn to protect your time, energy, and effort. And how are we going to do this? Well, first, start by getting angry at all the times you said yes to things that's wasted our time, money, and resources. How many pointless meetings did you take on? How many times did you say, yeah, let's go ahead and, have some coffee, and it ended up being a complaint session? How many times did you have to pick up slack from someone because you tried to help them, but then you ended up doing it all by yourself? Think about all these times and really get angry about it, because you guys, during these times, your time was disrespected, taken advantage of. And, at the end of the day, you felt down, you felt overwhelmed, you felt all these negative emotions that you wouldn't have felt if you would have just said no. So as billionaire businessman Warren Buffett said, successful people say no to almost everything. So knowing this, and obviously Warren is a guy that has a lot of advice that he can give us, saying no allows us to say yes to what's important to us. It allows you to be a better person, because when you say yes and it comes from a good place and not from like resentment, fear, or, just whatever the feeling would be, it creates a space for what's most important for you rather than drowning in the busyness and, like a lot of us are right now. And if you cannot directly connect this project, meeting, favor, whatever people are asking for you, if you can't directly connect that back to your passion, back to your goals, back to your profit, you guys have got to learn to say no to those things. Okay, now that you're all pumped up and ready to take back your time, let's talk about changing your vocabulary. Now that we've drawn that line in the sand, you are going to start standing up for yourself. You've got to articulate it. So let me just start by saying this. Don't use phrases such as like, I can't, because what will happen is people will see that as an obstacle or a challenge to change your mind on how you can. I can't can also come off as an excuse. So let's change that phrase to I don't. So this is a very strong and bold statement, letting people know that you obviously just don't do those things. For instance, say a colleague or a coworker asks you to go binge drinking out on a Tuesday night, knowing that you have work the next day. I mean, taking consideration the times right now, obviously you guys aren't going to be out drinking right now, but say they want to invite you over or do whatever during the week. If you say, sorry, I can't, but maybe next time, you're setting yourself up for two things. One, them trying to talk you into going out and trying to turn that can't into a can. Two, you're setting yourself up for them asking you next week. But if instead you were to say, I don't go drinking during weekdays, that is a clear statement of what your standards are. And here are some no examples too. So like for instance, door-to-door salesman, you can just respond with, no, I don't buy from solicitors. For credit cards, if people are like, at TJ Maxx, they're asking you if you want to apply for a credit card, you just simply say, no, I don't use store credit cards. This is going to be a little bit more of an aggressive approach than the passive, not today, but thank you. That will leave you not feeling secure in yourself and also a door opened that your decision is subject to change. I want to leave you guys with just a couple more tips on saying no. First, don't feel sorry or say sorry when you are saying no, and then also don't come up with a whole bunch of reasons to it. You owe it to no one to explain yourself as to why you are saying no. Don't say, I'll think about it, and kind of leaving that hope out there, knowing that at the end of the day, you're going to say no. Also, know that your worth isn't what you do for other people. And lastly, don't feel disrespected or trapped. Instead, feel empowered. If you are starting to feel overwhelmed, remember the word no is a powerful 2-letter word that helps you take control of your life. Saying no now is better than feeling resentment later. I hope this episode has empowered you to start saying no. When you start saying no, you will start overcome the fear of rejection and start feeling in control of your life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Unleash Your Inner Legend. For more inspiration, make sure to subscribe by going to unleashyourinnerlegend.com. We'll see you guys next week.